Welcome back to the RPG horror game, Deep Inside. Well then, tomorrow it'll be a long day. Shall it be a long day though? Hearing something in the background. Oh, a mysterious figure there. It must be the previous one in our place. What was that? An intruder? Let's see. I'm cold. It's so dark down below. Okay, down below you say. So you're saying that there is something that way? Or the opposite way? Yeah, it looks cleaner. Like if it's meant to be used for something like a private room, which can be activated by a specific mechanism of sorts. This way it is then. And there's a fire there, obviously. Hey, what do you think you're doing? Stop immediately, immediately. The fire? What? Wait, how do I arrive here? There's fire, and I have the lighter. Oh no. It seems the house is taking its toll on you. Zachary. It wasn't me, I swear. I don't know how I got here. I am a rational grown man. Is that what you're going to say, sir? That's irrational, I know. You don't need to say a word. Let's put out the flames and have a chat, shall we? At least not pointing fingers at us immediately. I thought some fresh air would make you feel better. Thank you. Were you awake already, or did you hear the noises? I've suffered insomnia since I was a child. You could say I'm always awake, even though it may sound creepy. Are you and you are a fantastic sleepwalker. This mansion has been sleepless since the night of the fire. Where I come from, they say, extinguish a spark before the house is on fire. Deflect the trouble before it strikes. Appropriate, don't you think? And also, the further into the woods, the more firewood you encounter. That is to say, the further you get into something, the more obstacles you will encounter. So you're saying I'm close to discover something? I'm not saying anything, Aiden. Yeah, of course. You're so secretive, even now. Is it Gav's command? Did he silence you for good? But thank you for snapping out of that moment, and for not calling the master too. I'm even keeping you awake with my nonsense. Let's go back to our dorm, okay? Thank you, Aiden, but I'll pass. I'll stay here a little longer under the willows. But ease my mind. Okay. You do you, man, and we'll do our own things. Gareth, something is there. A chunk of wood. Anything within the warehouse during the night time. Or we just simply need to go back and remove the tile. Absolutely, you lift the loose tile. And it reveals a trapdoor. But what we're going to do, we're going to... excuse me, I went down rather than just not pressing anything. Well then, don't go into the trapdoor then. I thought it would have been better to save rather than just go down there. But with that trapdoor open, what new discoveries await? Let's not go down there. It was weird as to why we couldn't walk over there. We cannot interact with said man. Then we'll just go back inside and see what is up with everything. I don't want to go back here for now. Okay, that is fair. What about upstairs? What about this room here? Ah, they've obtained a silver coin from there. Lovely, lovely. So I got 10 silver coins and we need 50 in total. Where would the rest of them be throughout the game? Tomorrow is another day, huh? Great, another one? Maybe it's just the same tomorrow. Let's see. What's going on here? I still have the record. Let's go find something to play it on. Record of... Old record. Okay, so any items labeled in pink/purple are optional items. We've got 2 of them for some odd reason. It label list to my substitute. Your subordinate. Where can we play such things though? That's the thing. I can't find a record player anywhere within the searchable area for games so far. Good morning, Aidan. I didn't think you were a plithophile too. Why else would you be here when you don't need gardening in the rain, right? There's something in the smell of the soil while rain that makes me nostalgic. Well, to be fair, mine was an accident, but I kinda get what you're talking about. They have a word for that. Patro. Did you know? Oh, that sounds really poetic. I didn't know that. Ah, but you're getting soaked. My bad. I was interested in... I shall get going. See you later. Where are you going towards? That voice came from a window. I should take a look inside. Oh, hello there, Hilda. Morning, Aiden. Who were you talking to? I was talking to Zachary. Zachary? Anyway, I saw you from the window and... Well, you weren't there for breakfast, so I brought you some cookies. They're made by your brother. You gotta try them. Thank you. You obtained cookies. Have a nice day. Thank you, Clara. Hilda. Shouldn't you go inside? Me? I just want to take a breath of fresh air. Fresh breath of air, I mean. I'll come later. Thanks. Thank you for that. Still can't find said record player to play these 2 old records on, though. That is a very damning thing, to be sure. Right, kitchen it is then, and you're there.
Greetings.
Hello, what do you want? I need a gramophone. Do you know by any chance if there is one in the house? Why the hell would you need that? Anyway, there used to be one in the old ballroom on the 2nd floor. If it works. I haven't checked myself, so I'm not sure. I believe the floor tiles in front of the door collapsed during the fire. Well... Oh, great. Thank you. Hey, wait, I didn't say anything if Gareth asked you. You got it? Thanks. But we don't need Gareth's permission in order to go up there. We've already found a way up there, for goodness sakes. Yeah, jumping is out of the question. Maybe if I had something to cross over. Like a wooden plank of sorts. We'll take the ornament axe. Not sure what we'll need it for. You obtained an axe. What could we use this for? Can't use the axe to cross it over with, but maybe we can use this axe for a one-time usage sort of thing? We could use the axe on this bit of wood here, actually. I could use this. It would make a good plank to cross the hole on the floor. Axe it, yes. Do not need to ask any questions. The axe broke, and somehow when the axe breaks, a screeching woman noise is made. You obtain a wooden plank, or something similar along the lines. It definitely sounds like a scream of sorts. Maybe that chunk of wood had a soul inside it, and we split the soul open as soon as we landed the axe through it. Cross, and when we cross it, we have... This should work. You carefully put the wooden plank above the hole in the ground. Excellent. And we should be able to go into this room, and there is indeed a gramophone for us to be able to use. So, rather than just explore the gramophone, let's look at the rest of the room. The window has been closed for good. And the old plates are stacked here. The mirror is cracked. It reflects a murky image. It reflects our future. You have obtained a silver coin. Okay. The shelves look ravaged. They're full of ashes and burnt books. Unreadable can be seen. Okay. Why would the words unreadable be there? Oh, look. A rope. It might come in handy. We might be able to make a noose out of this. If anybody has been annoying to us. You never know. I mean, in-game, by the way. I would never, ever wish that upon anybody. no matter how cruel they might be. Alright. You insert a winding key in the old gramophone. And something in the piano. You're still playing the piano? Why? It's Gamma's voice. It seems he didn't notice he interrupted the recording of the song. Oh, that's why I wrote you a song. Even if my music isn't as good as Hilda's. Even if... You're so sweet when you get jealous. Do you really believe I preferred Hilda's piano? Or the tea made by... But you said that... It was a joke, you idiot. And you made such a funny face. It looked like you were ready to set everything on fire just to burn that from your memory. Bad timing of that joke. You don't understand. I'd really do that for you. Wouldn't you do the same for me? Wouldn't you do the same for me? Hi? What the hell's happened to all of these portraits? They're all horrified. And these easels were not here before. And there are voices in the background. Look, do you think I am afraid of said voices? You think this immersion of horror is going to spook me? I don't think so. For I am better than you. Hello, shadows. I think we just landed upon ourselves a most precarious situation. But I think we're good on that front. Since, well, it did that. But there were 2 records that we had. 2 records we could have played. Still playing that. And this room is the same as this. So I don't know why we've got 2 records. Oh, they're not even harmful. They're just figments of our imagination. More question time. But before then, let us invite somebody for tea time. Let's see. I want to invite... Let's invite... Gareth. Now please select the invitation and send it. Okay, we'll do that. We'll do that. Which one would be you, Gareth? I think you are Gareth. Let's see. Tea time interface. Invitation. I think you're him. Master Gareth, I have a kind of personal question to ask, may I? You may? What is it? I found a letter. A love letter. It was addressed to you. I don't know you had a significant other, Master. I thought you weren't married yet, and... In fact, I'm not. I'm strictly against the idea. It's just a legal contract bonding you to another person who you barely know, and I have nothing to benefit from that either. Wealth, power, servants, I've already got all that I need. I don't need to bind myself to another person. I understand, but my question is not about that. I was wondering what was that person like? What the person that you used to love was like? That's a strange question, I'll give you that. My beloved had nothing in common with me, not even the slightest thing. You mean you're not human then? Our relationship was a constant fight, you may say. But I loved this person, for this person was the only one who tried to stand up to me. My beloved did show a tender devotion to me, without being afraid or raising their head when necessary. But it wasn't only a matter of stubbornness. I loved their clumsiness, their naiveness. But now it doesn't matter anymore. My beloved is gone and will never come back. I didn't want to remind you of something painful. Oh, and I'm sorry for peeking through that letter. I know I shouldn't have done that. Please don't punish me for this. Punishments are my favorite part of being the master of a house. They always put me in a good mood. Thanks. I'm kidding. I think I remembered an urgent mansion to do. What? We'll discuss this matter another time, Master. Hello, you. Is this a weird kind of socialization with your co-workers? Let's chat. Hey, Sasha. I don't think I've ever asked you this, but why did you come to this house as a servant? Our family sold us to repay a debt. That's all. Well, I didn't expect such a blunt and quick reply. Is that true, though? That's really sad. Why should I lie about something like that? I don't understand you. Of course it's true, Besides that, Hilda has still a pleasant memory of her childhood. It wasn't that bad, I suppose. But being the older brother is such a fuss. I had to shield her from trouble. I had to do much more work to avoid her doing that, and I had to stand up for the both of us without parents. It has never been a bed of roses, you know. I always suspected you were the eldest, by some months. You look almost the same age, and now I think I understand you a little more. That sounded a hell of a lot creepy. Yeah, Aiden. Did it really? You're an idiot for real. And you're not. I need help. So, did you find what you were looking for? The old gramophone should still be in the ballroom. Well, what used to be a ballroom once. Now it's an utter mess used as a second storeroom. But I believe the gramophone is broken too. My sister dropped it accidentally while dancing with Master Gareth last time. And well, something bad happened, I imagine. And then, let's give an invite for Zakhar. I wonder if invites are dependent on different days that you are within the game. Like you can only get certain conversations on a particular day with a person. Right, let's see. Select it. If you select it when you haven't invited anybody just simply because you tried to request somebody multiple times, then the second time around you're the only one in the room and you can't leave the room itself. I'm glad you found time to speak to me. Let's talk for a bit. Hey, Zakhar. Oh, it's you, Aiden. Welcome, please take a seat. I brought tea in a moment. I'm not here for that, though. Just for once, I want you to relax instead. The thing is, I brought you a gift. A gift? What? For me? Sorry, I don't know how to react. It's the nicest thing somebody does for me in a year. Your expression in this moment is enough. For more reason to receive a gift, don't you think? Go ahead. Open it. You handle a little package to Zakhari. And a new glasses frame. I don't know how to... You don't need to. I just happen to notice how you wink your eyes every time you try and read or space in the distance. Then I found your broken glasses, so I fixed the sticks. It wasn't difficult. Even though they're so thick and old-fashioned, they're so big they give you a goofy look. Next time, maybe, we'll pick out new ones instead. It's that the shops in the town itself are so far from the mansion. And you notice all that just by looking at me? You're such a considerate person, Aiden. I think I might cry. Is that a joke again? Oh no, you're crying for real. God damn it.
Hello?
I'm glad you found time to speak to me. I need your advice. Once I read a document about the construction of the house. It looks like people died on the spot. Nice. And along with it, there was a complete map of the mansion's structure. I feel this document too important to discard so effortlessly. I wonder if it survived the fire. Nice of you to say that, because now we know what else is awaiting within the house. Right, another one for Hilda, and then we'll be on our way. Hello, thank you for inviting me, Aiden. Let's chat for a while. What's my zodiac sign? Capricorn, why? Oh, interesting. So you have an ambitious workaholic personality trait. You're relentless and realistic. Not sure if that applies to me. It's like you're describing a totally different person. Why did you ask? Because sign compatibility is important. If you can read the hints that the stars give you, you have more control over your... Nah, you don't. Got it? If you put it like that, it has its own logic. It does make some sense. See? I'm right. How am I right? How are you right? Then maybe it would help to know that my brother is an Aries and Master Gareth is Taurus. Do you see what you have all in common? The horns. More importantly, Hilda, what's your sign then? Oh, I'm a Capricorn too. Really? Then we have more things in common than what you would say. Isn't that nice? That's so cool. We should hang out together more, Aiden.
Howdy.
Thanks. I'm stuck with something. Master Gareth's room used to be on the second floor. They say the fire started from there. I don't know, honestly. When I woke up, the house was engulfed by flame. A bright night. Nobody came back in there after the fire. I feel Master Gareth has still got painful memories, as one would when they experience a horrific memory, such as a fire that engulfed your entire life. Hello, oh yeah, we could use the rope here. That would be very handy rather than just falling downwards. So now that we have that in place, we can look down here, obtain a rusty key, excellent. And, oh, there, we should hurry. He shouldn't be that far. I don't like him. He already knows too much. We can't allow him to nose around like this. You stay here. I'll take care of that myself. Well then, it seems like we are hiding the boxes. Yes, the boxes are too small for you to fit in. Hiding the barrels. Well, isn't that just great? Found him? Game over, yep. Great. Something is up down here, but obviously we cannot look through all of this too much. Right, hide in the boxes. Obtained a lamp, which is nice. Too small for me to fit in. I think we need to hide in the barrels with enough time given so that we don't encounter them. So, yeah, you may not like me, for goodness sakes. Hide in the barrels. There's nothing here. Let's go check out the burnt rooms. So it was enough time then. Lovely. Isn't that just fantastic? You say burnt rooms. Where exactly would those burnt rooms be? The story thickens. Alright. Burnt rooms would be upstairs. Have you got anything to say? Nope. You're not saying anything. Fine. Something's missing. This is still not... You hear somebody whispering from the upper floors. Yes. One does hear something from the upper floors.
Greetings.
Oh, really now? You was gonna kill me at some point with your annoyance. But of course, yeah, you didn't ask me to do anything like that, but yet you already know about that. I knew it. I knew it. You knew what? You hear somebody whispering from the upper floors. Who would they be, if that is the case? I shouldn't go up there. Alright, we'll go around then. We will go around. We will cross over to the other side and then... Come to me. Come to you where? It comes from one of the rooms. This one. But doorknob is cold. Hi, Master Gareth. Nope, not him. But there is something afloat here. Oh, maybe that's where he is. Not even this time. I still can't look at your face. Master Gareth? You! What are you doing here? What did I what? Master Gareth, are you feeling well? He fainted. Great. Isn't that just fantastic? No, it's only you, Aidan. I told you not to come to on the burnt floors. Why did you even... I'm sorry, Master Gareth. I couldn't help myself. I heard your voice and you seemed to be in pain. My feet moved on their own. Then I saw a strange shadow hanging next to you. I guess I should thank you, but I won't. You still disobeyed me. Yet, you made me snap out of a nightmare. That shadow you saw is strange. I'm starting to forget how his voice sounded like. Like he used to smile, but when I put my hand on the canvas it moves on its own. And sometimes I see his shadow in the corners of the house. I know he's waiting until I die or get completely insane. I need some rest. Thank you for that, you buffoon. But I'm still not going to obey your rules of not going up there, for goodness sakes. I, under no conditions, will obey what you want us to do and not go up there, because this part of the house is extremely important. But we do have a lamp now, so that must mean we can proceed up here. And we can. So, there are places in which we... Oh, we couldn't have gone there. So, couldn't have gone there, so, because of these little holes in the floor. You search inside the chest, and you obtained a hammer. Lovely. Anywhere that has a silver coin would be very useful to our endeavors. The sheets are still sticky because of the fire. They melted on the bed itself. Eek. That's just no good. You obtained a silver coin. Lovely. Full of ashes, but it still looks quite intact. Like, for a burnt down a part of this, for a burnt down scenario... What am I saying? For a burnt down part of a house, it is pretty intact. An old doll. Looks handmade. Pry open? Absolutely. The stuffing came out. Pry open. You obtained a silver coin. Lovely. The shelf has a dusty book showing the maps of the Esmore mansion. The maps of the other floor are burnt. Unfortunately, but the one of the ground floor is intact. Hello, so this is the original map of the ground floor. I recognize the kitchen and living room, but there's something different. Yes, the ground floor has more to it. Yeah, there is. One more room. You tear up the maps page for further exploration. Thanks, you obtained a ground floor map. Well, hi. You see something shiny among the scattered pieces. You obtained a tiny key. Very tiny key. What can we do with said key? The shelves look ravaged. They're full of ashes and some burnt books. Unreadable can be seen. What do you mean unreadable can be seen? If you can see, then it's not unreadable. The only thing that strikes your eye is an old pocket watch shining on the bottom of the chest. It's like it's been forgotten here. You've obtained a broken pocket watch. Lovely. We will press onwards then. Right. Smash it. You smash the door with a hammer. And now we can go in here. And the silver key opens the box. And in this box you obtained the missing torn sketch. It's from the same yellowed paper. If I combine the two, then you combine the two pieces together, and what we get is a sketch. Hell yeah. You obtained a silver coin. Another one. Lovely. We've got one more to get. One more coin to get. That is incredible. Like, that's just thoroughly incredible. Well enough could this one last silver coin be. Given how secure this place was, I feel that under the curtains lay something very important. They're too high and heavy. I think I better cut them. A knife in the kitchen might do. Yes, they might do for this endeavor. Framed in the canvas. A self-portrait of Gareth Lear. Right. Where could we find the last silver coin in this place? You're not here, so therefore the story has advanced enough so the characters move locations. This place, the hammer breaks the wall revealing a secret entrance. Lovely, but it's all red. Isn't that just fantastic, but it's all red? Why you... Oh! They're dead. Oh. Nicely going. Whatever you may be. Broken pot. Is there a silver coin in here somewheres? Like, this room is just blah. It's just wah. The corpse of Zachary lies against the wall, lifeless. He's dead since before he arrived at the mansion. Zachary? Close his eyes. You can't leave him like this. Right. He has a more peaceful look now. I'm sorry, Zachary. You notice he's holding something in his hand. We'll take it. The hand is too stiff to open. You have no choice but to break all fingers. Eek. You've obtained a dagger. What else could I have done? Looks more closer to him. Maybe that was looking more closer sort of thing. Oh, hi. How are you doing? We can't go on like this. Hilda and Sasha already know. It'll be a matter of time before the Leas will be informed. This is not a secret anymore. Gareth, please. Don't be silly. If you were to come out at the sun, I would lose everything. My nobility title, this house, all the servants. I can't. I just can't. Yes, it's true, but you still have me. You have to take a stand, Gareth, for the two of us. You insolent blank. How dare you tell me what to do? Remember your place, Zachary. You're nothing more than my valet. Nothing more than your valet. I'm leaving. Well, you. You said you'd always stay by my side, right? You're not going anywhere. And obviously, we are very deep inside this. Ugh. What on earth did you try and wash away? The blood doesn't come out. So that's what you did during that hallucination. But Master Gareth, this is... Sister, what's all the fuss? I heard you oh my god. One word about this and you will be next. What the hell? But why, Master? How? Do you want to die so badly, Sasha? Zachary escaped. Yes, we'll agree about this. He fled the match during the night, nowhere to be seen again. You are insane. But, no buts, no, get rid of this mess. Hilda, you clean this up. I don't want a single drop of blood visible. Do you understand? And you, Sasha, I want you to build a wall to hide this door for good. Get it done before the morning. I have business to take care of now. Thanks. You horrible man. Just because of your nobility title. Because of this, because of that, I have to get rid of the evidence. I have to get rid of the evidence. I have to get rid of the evidence. I have to... I'll burn it all! Thanks. Nice of you to do that, and now it's night. And... we have a dagger on our hands. It was you. The one who wrote the hidden messages. The one who warned me about the hidden danger of this house. My predecessor. It's always been you. I'm sorry for what I put you through. Ever since the fire, I waited for someone who could find my messages and find me. The people I used to live with, have meals with, have laughs with, share life with. They buried me and pretended to forget. The damnatio memory. And the man I loved the most, my beloved Gareth. He took everything away from me. Deep inside, they all know the truth. If I told you from the start, you wouldn't believe me. So, thank you for finally setting me free. Now I only have one thing left to do. Only one thing left to do? What is he up to? And something is up. The others! What about the others? They all have something involved in all this. We've only got 14 of the 15 goddamn silver coins, so... another fire, and we can't even go outside. Oh. Well, isn't that just fantastic? He's dead, Sasha. This could all still be just a nightmare for all we know. Let's see. In here? Nobody. In here? Sasha... she drowned herself. Hilda... I mean Hilda, sorry, not Sasha. And a tiny key opens a lock. And in here, there's a single yellow paper sheet in his chest. You obtained a torn sketch. Okay, so we've got torn sketch. And then we've got the normal sketch. We've got 1.5 halves, really. So 3 halves. Still only... I was expecting to try and find a silver coin within that last room, but I guess that is not the case at all. We're of different kinds. Well then. Time to go forward then in this endeavor. More of that. We can't go into that room. Cannot go into the fire. Something happened in here. We can't even use our lamp because nothing is really lighting up. What about over here? Something else over there. What about in here? More fire over there so we can't explore and see the gramophone. Right. What about up this way? Oop. That's the last room. You. There you are. Leave. Leave me alone. I will stab him. Aiden, you have to help me. The shadow, it won't leave me. I know everything. I know what you did to Zakari. What are you talking about? And how did you know that name? It doesn't matter anymore. I have only one thing left to do. Yikes. I left the mansion afterwards, the willows burning behind me. I remember having the impression that Zakari was watching me from one of the windows before Esma Mansion collapsed on itself. Then I left town. It was only when I was in a motel washing my hands that I noticed Gareth was dead. Ending. Blood calls other blood. Oh, dearie me! The shadow is kind of transferred from Gareth to Aiden now. And that is one of the different endings of the game, I imagine. So, there's 3 normal endings and 3 alternative endings. And I just realised the that part of the credits was not centered well. So, a pretty interesting game, to say at the very least. Like, the story itself isn't super groundbreaking, but it is quite a nice story to it. Like, you go into this place and then you discover that certain parts of the mansion are closed off, quote unquote, because the master doesn't want you to go up there, and things just proceed from there. So let's see what the other endings of the game have to foretell us. So let's see, you're here. Bring him. I can't. Come on, take my hand. I'll take you out of here. But you must know by now, I'm a horrible man. I'm a killer. I don't deserve that. I know, but I can't stand seeing people dying. Hilda and Sasha are gone, but you? I can't leave you like this. Please. You bring Gareth with you. And I won't let you. Oh. That's bad. Okay, we need to escape from... Yep, you're not going anywhere with him. Not that room. We have to go elsewhere then in order to get out of here then. But whereabouts is that place then? And we trapped ourselves most definitely. Not that room, so it has to be this room. Okay, yeah, it's definitely this room. The other room we would be trapped in. Don't you do that. No. Oh, thanks. Certain areas are just death zones. For goodness sakes. Like, we could possibly go that way, but definitely not. It's like, it's kind of like paranoid in a way. If you go to a certain hiding area, you're just guaranteed death. Oh, great, thanks. No. Maybe out of a window. We have no choice. We have to jump. Thank you. And I didn't let go of Gareth's hand until we were out of the mansion. That was the last time I spoke to him. He stopped for a moment to look back. I'm sure part of him was lost forever in that moment, burnt alongside his house in Zakari's ghost. You know, Aiden, some people just want to watch the world burn, they say. I'm one of them. I'm sure you are. But this view makes me utterly sad. I know there is no way to extinguish the flames of Zakari's grudge or the flames of my pain, because I'm in hell already. No matter where I go, the flames will follow me, and I'll keep on watching the world burn. You're pretty dark, my friend. Ending the world burning. Leave him. Aiden, you have to help me. The shadow, it won't leave me. I know everything. I know what you did to Zakari. What are you talking about? And how do you know that name? I have proof, of course. You show Gareth Zakari's portrait sketch. It's him. He was your lover. That's why even if you tore the sketch, you had no heart to burn it or throw it away. I didn't start the flames, you did. You started them the day you stabbed him. You'll have to deal with the grudge on your own. Maybe you deserve that. Goodbye, Master Gareth. And yet you're going to try and stab us, obviously. Yes. Goodbye, Aidan. I won't let you. Oh, run. Aidan, leave Gareth to me. Thanks. And this time it's of a different nature. Okay, so just gotta remember the route back and escape the mansion through not that room, through here, and we have to jump out. Yep, you have to jump. There's no other way. This way I ran out to my safety. I never looked back, but the vivid flames of the house collapsing still haunt me to this day. As for Zakari and Gareth...
No.
The house is collapsing. There's no way out. You're laughing. Nobody's laughing here. Do you remember our promise, Gareth? Once you told me I belong here, and I swore I wouldn't leave. I would always stay by your side. Now, I fulfilled my part of the promise. It's your turn now. This time, you're going with me. True end. Promise in the dark. Oh dear me. Yeah, so Aidan was the only one that survived all of that ordeal. And, well, it was made out to look like two different sorts of suicides there, where it was just the fact that Gareth's shadow, quote-unquote, killed them. Like, I think that was definitely the case in that matter, is that he, or his shadow, killed them. But it made it look like to be a suicide rather than actual killing. Hey! This kind of portrait room sort of thing. Got the last coin here, so that's all good. So we can see what is the bonus thing there. But I think there's something else optional in this game which allows you to get alternative versions of the ending. Not too sure, but the game definitely says it has 3 alternative endings alongside the normal ones. Like if you go to their page, it says 3 alternative endings. So I'm not too sure if that is like just 3 endings, or there are 3 endings and then from there 3 alternative endings. Like the walkthrough is also apparent when you download the game, so that can be a good indicator. But there's also the tea times as well, and not sure if they're all a thing. Like Gareth's item is not featured here because it unlocks an ending. You can find it in a walkthrough. Gareth's item, what on earth could that be? Welcome to the bonus room. I mean Gareth's exposition. It's 15 coins, silver coins, please. Thanks. I provided with 15 coins, I imagine. And we're here. Let's see. I guess I won't ever get rid of you. Even after the credits roll, you're still here. Yep. Please, don't be mad at me for those poison cookies. Yeah, right. For goodness sakes. Yeah, if you eat the cookies, you die. Look, we're gonna eat the cookies. You decide to eat the delicious cookies. You feel an almond flavor on your tongue. Your vision starts to get blurry. What were those cookies flavored again? You didn't find the words. And you collapsed over. Well, now I just have to tell Sasha. Now that he's done for, it won't be so nosy again. Looks like Aidan couldn't handle its arsenic. Thanks. That is what you would call a game over in the post-credits section of the game. Like, that's too bad. Thank you for buying the ticket to my expo. I want to show you my collection. I have some new installments. My private collection is wider. When I gain the authorization from the authors to show the other works, I might feature them also, for now. On Showcase, there is art from talented artists in the world that I requested myself. And then there is Banya, who paid me up front to get their art featured on my gallery. Is that why it's far away from the other works? Ouch. Oh dear. It's always sad to say goodbye, but I'm glad I got to see you again, Aidan. Don't forget to say hi to Banya. They're eager to meet you. Thanks, and you? Nice to meet you. I'm Banya, the creator of this game. Thank you for playing Deep Inside. I hope you had fun, or at least, as we say, a strange quarter hour. For me, it's not been a quarter hour, it's been more than a quarter hour. Now, ask me anything. Sorry. I can say that some traits were inspired by some old friends of mine. The fact is, I took only their flaws for realistic purpose, even though I heard that somebody found them likable as they are. Aidan. I didn't want Aidan to be a blank slate for a self-insertion. That's why he spurts out considerations and thoughts throughout the game. Also, the option of sarcasm with Sasha in the team room. I wanted him to be a rational adult instead of a naive child, especially a girl, because if I were in his situation, I wouldn't believe in paranormal stuff that easily. Besides that, he wasn't the target of that BL tag in the game. I didn't want to spoil the plot, but I think I gave the illustration that Aidan could romance every guy in the household. If you had to choose one, my choice would be on Sasha, because you know Gareth is a murderer and Sasha is dead. I mean, there's always what you would say, Hilda. Gareth is inspired by a person I could, actually Sasha probably wouldn't allow that. I considered like family. They had a very quick temper, a spoiled and entitled personality, and a tendency of berating their loved one's flaws. Just like Gareth does with Zachary when he says he likes Sasha's tea or Hilda's music better. It isn't true, but for some reason he wouldn't admit the truth. I think in anime you call that a sundry. Yeah, it's not like I want to listen to this music, Baka. But I swear I've known a person like that in real life, and it wasn't a bed of roses. It wasn't a good relationship either. I'm sorry to hear that. Aside from being a generally confused person, they also share their timid and sorrowful nature. Gareth shows some remorse, at least. Zachary was the only one who managed to have a love relationship with him because he would nurture Gareth's good side, his love for art and need for affection. There's flies in this room because of summer and all that. Hilda. Hilda hasn't got very positive origins. Gosh, she was inspired by an acquaintance of mine. I introduced Gareth to her and she turned on me. I don't know why I thought that said turned me on. She had a very quirky personality. She was a really affectionate and caring person, with a tendency of love bombing any person who came close to her. Also a very anxious and scaredy girl. They also shared the same passion for horoscopes and occult. She was very knowledgeable about purification, herbs and spiritual totems too. I liked that about her. The relationship that Hilda has with Zachary is the closest to the one I had with her. Gentle, supportive, etc. Until she discovers they're competing for the affection of a loved one. She's also in love with Gareth and it's very clear he doesn't reciprocate her, so she always waits patiently in her delusion. Yep, that's what delusions are like, unfortunately. It's like a Stockholm Syndrome sort of thing. It doesn't matter how bad they are, you still love them because, well, your affection for them is too strong. Sasha. Oh, Sasha. It's quite shameful to admit, but I inspired him on a person I used to envy a lot. They were a person with a kind of charm I couldn't grasp. At the time, they seemed to me always better even with minimal efforts, but it was simply that they were more fit than me in certain situations. I think we can say that about other people as well. They're more suited for certain situations than you are as a person, but in other situations, you're more suited than they are. We had a completely formal relationship. I chose to put him as Hilda's brother because I felt their relationship would be very strong. I also made him keep Gareth's secret because he would admire him. And a kind of hostile relationship with Aidan is just because I want to convey how small you can feel when, despite of your efforts and kindness, you are treated coldly nonetheless, because people are trying to hide something. Sasha is a sweet, caring brother and a devoted servant. He's a good person. It's that you're not his type, that's it. Yep, Zachary, after describing my old powers like that, it wouldn't be fair if I didn't throw my thoughts in too, right? And yes, managing that into Zachary wasn't easy. I was really surprised to hear he was a player favourite because I didn't intend to put him in a benevolent light at first. Of course, I'm glad things are like this. I always come out as a gloomy and shady person to people. I don't know why. Cold even, they say. And from this basis I built Zachary. Apologies if I keep pronouncing his name incorrectly. I put him at odds with all the people in the household because of that. Zachary and I share love for music, poetry and tea. I intentionally wanted people to mistrust him from the beginning for the ending to work. I didn't want to pull the victim card for that. Okay, I'm sorry. It's just that the choices just are there immediately. Setting inspiration. The inspiration of the game was an episode of my childhood. There was a real Esmore mansion. It was big and had a different name, but I can't share for privacy reasons exactly. That is a logical reason to look at it. Otherwise, if you did share it, then people would be like, okay, so that's where you roughly live, which is no good. When I was a kid, I lived for 2 months in that mansion, who was burnt in half and thus was cheap to rent, surrounded by pine woods and willows. Cheap to rent because of the burnt status of the mansion? I used to sleep in the servants' room. They were placed where Gareth's original room in the game is, because the fire made the third floor inaccessible, where the original apartments were. I always fantasized about ghosts and killers living in there. Of course I wasn't allowed to sneak in the burnt portion of the house, but I managed to do it anyways. The fire covered the third floor in its entirety and partially the side apartment at floor 1. Nothing had been touched since the fire, even though months or a year had passed. After the summer ended and I left, the house was sold, bulldozed and recreated in a kitsch aesthetic I didn't like very much. You don't really get like that same nostalgic feeling when something gets burnt down, well, not burnt down, bulldozed down and remade. Title inspiration. I think somebody may have noticed it, but I'm surprised a Kamen Rider fan. There's a piece of Kamen Rider XA that sparked the idea of the game in me, hence the title. Deep Inside. The song, it's called Wish in the Dark, which is the true end of the game, by Haruaki Takami. I suggest to listen to it. For copyright reasons I couldn't name the game itself Wish in the Dark, but I wanted to make a little homage. Anything else? After this experience I'm making another game. I felt quite anxious because I didn't expect that Deep Inside would be that loved. Now that I have to make a game even better, and I hope I'm capable of doing it. I didn't expect it at all. Before publishing, for example, my previous game, Raw, was bashed by the only 2 friends I showed it to. How comes? So what will the next game be like? As Deep Inside, I took inspiration from another episode of the past in my life. The most difficult part would be the mapping. I wanted to look better. The title for now is Emerald Wasp. I'll tease it officially on Itch.io when I have it almost completed. Thank you for that. Bye, Banya. Ciao. I hope we meet again. So let's look at these portraits then. What? Oh, it's just that. Ah, what are you painting, Bowie? And this one. Hey Dan. Oh, that's a pretty nice picture actually. That's a pretty good picture right there. And psh, I don't have a head injury, by the way. Name meanings. It contains some familiar names. We'll just briefly look at these. And Gareth, Welsh origin, stuff like that. Hilda, Old Norse, battle, courageous little woman. Popular name in the period of the story of the game is said. Choose Hilda as the name. Sasha, Russian origin. Named Alexandra, meaning man's defender. Same meaning as Hilda, being both brother and sister. Zachary named Zakhar is of another Russian origin name. Not that that's a bad thing. Let's see this one. Old title screen. Banya and Hannah Flower 27. What about the mirror? Or maybe we can't access the mirror. What happened to this? What happened to this rug? This rug is all torn up and stuff. How dare it be all torn up and stuff? Oh really? Not be mad at you for a poison cookie? Well guess what? I can still eat them here even though we just did that. Like this one. Deep inside. Aha! Banya. Right, yes I do. Well, before you go, thank you for playing Deep Inside. And thank you to the developer for making Deep Inside. This has been a pleasant little adventure here. It's not a hugely complex story. Like, I think the game itself is meant to deliver the story and you can put together the pieces of the game itself quite comfortably without trying to think of like some kind of really deep and immersive storyline to it all. But I think the only thing I haven't covered are the different tea times, and I think they are day dependent. So on the first day you arrive, you get a certain set of dialogue. On the second day, you get another set of dialogue. On the third day, you get a set of dialogue. I'm not too sure if there are other endings in this game. Like, I think the extra page makes it make it look like as if there are more than 3 endings to the game itself, which I think there are only 3, but the walkthrough did provide that it unlocks an ending when you find a particular item. But I'm not too sure on that one. So that could be all of the endings, or it may just be 3 out of the 4 endings. Like there's a secret ending of sorts if you do all the tea times and etc. like that. But I think that's a good enough walkthrough for this particular game. But thank you so much for watching, guys. This has been Deep Inside, and please check out this game for yourselves. And why not comment down either below or on the extra page of this game, just to provide your own kind of feedback for the game itself. Although I don't know why the title screen is in Italian or the origin language itself. But thank you so much for watching, and see you all in the next time. Have a lovely day and take care of yourselves.